I guess we got some technical difficulties in the introduction, so let me go ahead and introduce myself to you. How about that, huh? How about we do this? Welcome to the All Four Downs podcast. I'm Obi-Wan with my boy Hector V in the house. We are now tuning in to our last episode of the season on the All Four Downs podcast, ending it with our Super Bowl prediction. So
Yeah.
welcome again. It's Super Bowl 60. And Hector, man, this is it. This is what's the exciting part to have like our unofficial holiday, as so to
Mhm.
speak, here in America.
Yeah. We're gonna crown a new champion. Well, we're gonna see the Patriots tie Tom Brady, or will the Seahawks finally beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl? Well, yeah, interesting stuff. Loving it. But it's sad to say NFL will be done after this.
Yeah, like I don't know. I kind of liked it this year. There was so much to talk about, especially our predictions, trying to get right. And once again, you were able to beat me on all the picks. Even if, we did our top six, right? And we never had any six games different, nor six games alike.
Yeah.
But we came close.
Yeah.
We came close. But it's finally here. I am pretty much out of contention here of my teams in the Super Bowl because I had the Texans versus the Rams. Uh, I know I changed my mind middle of the year about the Patriots versus the Rams, but overall, I had the Rams winning the Super Bowl this year, and it didn't happen. And you got to play all the minutes. You got to play to win, really.
Yeah.
And it just happened that the Seahawks was just a better team. The Patriots was a better team, even in bad weather. I
Hmm.
mean, regardless of what people complain about or whatever, we still have a Super Bowl. So it's
Exactly.
the Seattle Seahawks versus the New England Patriots. And wow, we're here. And with the politics involved and everything else with the halftime show and everything else, I mean, this has got to be the most watched game in the world, to be honest with you, Hector.
Yeah. It's
Thanks
gonna
to,
be.
thanks to the president of the United States, it's going to be that way.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm
But
not talking about politics now, but it's just funny. Like every time Trump is dissing somebody, they get the ratings off the roof, bro. It
you
was
gotta do what
what's
you
the
gotta
name
do,
from
right?
ABC? Um, who's the late night on ABC?
Oh, the Jimmy Kimmel you talking about?
Yeah. Yo, as soon as he came back to the show, whoop, whoop, millions and millions, baby. And I mean, The Rock could have been on it.
It almost sounds like when our truth got released and got rehired.
Oh, right, right. It's just,
Alrighty.
it's just like you know, you're boosting up their platform, so to speak, right?
Hmm.
So, I mean, hey, it is what it is. They doing their thing, and uh, yeah, I'm excited in a sense now for the Super Bowl itself because it's a tradition here. We get family over, we watch the game. Who knows? Maybe you guys are ordering pizzas or something like that. But for us, we got the beer, the coolers. I mean, the amount of beverage that's coming in is almost like well, first of all, I don't drink that much, but when we do, it's a good time. But then there's a lot of leftovers.
Right.
And so that will sit there for probably 2, 3 months before I'd be like, yo, take some of this, take some of that, right? I'm like, damn, I didn't know do grocery shopping with all liquor. But there's gonna be food. I don't know how everybody does it, whether they have the barbecue wings. I know there's many restaurants around here that are not taking um orders anymore. They're not taking any orders for the wings or nothing because they're pretty much sold out. All right. So like wrestlers are just putting it on the news like they're not accepting any more orders. That's it. So crazy,
Yeah.
crazy. I
That's
guess
why
wings is the number one food for the Super Bowl.
it probably is. That's why you got to get your stuff ordered ahead of time. Go to the store,
Mhm.
phone, or if you're gonna pre-order way ahead of time. Find out the cutoff time. You don't want to get caught short. Don't wait till the last minute to do something for a Super Bowl.
Man, you in Texas, don't you go hunting?
That's so Lord, that's just stereotypical of you, right? Well, thank you.
Stereotype. No, I'm just saying. Ain't that hunting season over there?
It's too cold right now.
It's too cold. It's cold in Texas.
It's cold.
What?
Yes. Yes.
Oh man. I don't know. Y'all bringing that coquito over there, or what's going on? I mean,
We're bringing the cold. That's what we're bringing.
just,
Not
just
the
the
cold.
cold.
Not
No,
the
not the
not,
coquito.
not the cold. The keto. No, no. We're just bringing
Well,
the
I'll tell
cold
you
for some
what.
crazy reason.
There's going to be millions of people watching this game, but I know a lot of eyes are going on to the comparison of the ratings of the Super Bowl halftime show because there is another group. I think Kid Rock is having his own show with some other celebrities on another channel or streaming device. I'm not sure. And then you got Bad Bunny. So there's that. I don't know if they're gonna create a bowl game for that. I think they should have a musical bowl game. Honestly, that'd be pretty good.
Well,
But
they
go
they
ahead,
need they need to bring back the Bud Bowl. Remember those?
dude. That was my next line right there because I was so into. I mean, I was a kid, but I was so into the Bud Bowl, right? Bud Light versus Budweiser, and I remember when Bud Dry came out.
Mm, yeah.
Wasn't he the Bud Dry the refrigerator, like the big one or
It,
something?
unless he was the Bud Ice. I don't know.
Oh, there was. Oh no, but Bud Dry
Um,
was first in Bud Ice though.
yeah, I think it was. It was the
Whoever
refri-
excited with Bud Light, I tell you that much. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, those were the awesome bowl games.
Yeah.
And then I remember in Living Color when they had their bowl games, and if I'm not mistaken, wasn't that during the Redskins were in the Super Bowl? I remember because they made fun of Rippin.
Yeah, Mark
Um,
Rippon. Mhm.
good old times, man. But hey,
Yeah.
let's get down to it because now it's time for our picks. It is the Seattle Seahawks versus the New England Patriots. Um, I'm looking at. I really didn't focus on the spread right now. I'm looking it up now.
Mhm.
Uh, I'm gonna assume there's got to be at least 4.5, maybe more in favor of the Seahawks.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm guessing. I'm guessing. But the Seahawks gotta be favored the way things just happen. But I like your point of view as to who you like in this game and why.
Yeah, I'm going right now with the Seattle Seahawks. Nothing against the Patriots. Drake Maye has an opportunity to become the youngest quarterback to win a Super Bowl. Okay, that's a great thing. The Patriots can try to finally win a Super Bowl without Tom Brady. Okay, that's a great thing. But the Seattle defense is just different from the Legion of Boom defense that went to the Super Bowl in prior years. This team is just showing that they put the pressure on Drake Maye. They win the field position. Then it's going to be a long day for that New England Patriots offense. I'm not going to sit here and say that Sam Darnold's going to light things up because he's probably going to throw maybe a pick or two against this Patriot defense. I'm not going to discredit the Patriots defense. They are who they are, and that's why they're at where they're at right now. But I just think that Seattle's going to come with such an intensity in this game. Their defense is going to attack hard and pressure Drake Maye. I want to see how well Drake Maye is going to work under pressure at his age in a big stage like this. Not saying that Darnold isn't either, because this is the first time Darnold's there too.
Right.
But with someone at 20 years of age, you know what I'm saying, who just broke his teenage years in life and now is representing a football franchise in the biggest game of his career, that could be pressure, but at the same time, that could be motivation for him. But I do like the Seattle Seahawks coming out to winning this game. I just think it's going to be the defense is going to make the difference, not the offense. It's not going to be the quarterback situation. But stick it to those who didn't want to stick around and give Sam Darnold a chance. Now look at you watching the Super Bowl and watching this young man in the Super Bowl.
I'm glad you mentioned that. Absolutely. I'm really glad because uh Sam Darnold made it to the Pro Bowl twice, and that was 2024 and 2025. I think it's this year he made it, but won't play it.
Mhm.
Um, And you talk about college, he was the all Pac-12 dude, and he's Archie Griffin won the Archie Griffin Award. He was Pac-12 Offensive Freshman of the Year. And I think he did that with which team did he did that with? Oh my God, no, maybe I made a mistake here. No, no, he did it because he was in California. But it doesn't matter. You know what matters is that this guy started with the New York Jets, drafted first round, third pick overall. Then he went and things went south in the Jets. And then again, the Jets. Oh, yeah, he played for USC, excuse me,
Yeah.
USC, right? And, as a freshman, he was a winner. He goes
Hmm.
to a Jets. And of course, if you get picked in the first round and the very top, you're going with a garbage team. But ain't no more garbage than the New York Jets right now, right? Then you go off to Carolina, which they were garbage too. And no chance there. Then you go to the 49ers, man, you're a backup quarterback. You're doing your thing, you get a couple of snaps. Then you go on to the Vikings, and I think his Vikings in 2024, he was doing an outstanding job. You just got
Yes.
to have more weapons around him. And he was
14
doing
and
it
3.
good. But then it scratched my head. And again, me now following college football and everything else, you went with a quarterback that came from the University of Michigan, McCarthy, which to be honest with you, I'm not a fan of him. You chose him over Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold then goes to Seattle, and only one season, he is now playing in the Super Bowl. That's a slap in the face to
Hmm.
every organization for not giving this guy a chance. And no disrespect to the San Francisco 49ers. I can't disrespect them because they got talent all the way around and they're no name talent and still making things happen. All right. And they
I
got
mean,
their quarterback.
yeah, and for him to take two franchises back to back years, 14 wins,
Yes. The
come on.
Vikings, come on, bro. Like, and then I can understand why Jefferson is frustrated, even though he doesn't want to say it publicly. But
Yeah.
you went from a guy that is giving him the numbers. Maybe he needs to leave the organization. Don't sign no
Mhm.
new contracts and go to another team because eventually they don't know how to invest in a quarterback,
Right.
especially a quarterback that can't even stay healthy. Yeah. Wow. But
Hmm.
anyways, I'm digging that. I honestly, I had to say it out like that because, yeah, he's doing his dudes. I love that story. But then on the other side, I like the Patriots story too,
Hmm.
right? And regardless of why they fired their coaches and stuff like that to get Vabel, I knew he was going to be the next head coach. The guy needed time off, right? After leaving the Titans. And shame on the Tennessee Titans. Honestly, he went 1 year with the New England Patriots and already they're in the Super Bowl. That's
Yeah.
another wonderful story.
Yes. Hmm.
And
It
they
is.
did it with defense. Well, guess what, owner of the Tennessee Titans, whoever they are, or he or she or whatever, why don't you invest in defense? Because after all, we've been saying this in all four downs podcasts. Championship. I mean, defense wins championships.
It always proves it. It always.
Always. Always. But hey, go ahead and listen to all these media people, right? Go ahead and listen to all those cats like, oh, he ranked number one. Oh, go get him. Because it seems like every time, if it doesn't go your way, fire the coach. Oh, get
Yeah.
another quarterback. Oh, the receivers. No one's really investing in defense. And I guess New England and don't get hey, Seattle got awesome defense too. This is gonna be one hell of a game, right? So I'm liking this. I really am. So I, on the other hand, I'm going to counter you and say that New England Patriots will give me another show. They're going to win by the game winning field goal. That is my prediction.
Hey, I'm not gonna sit here and
I feel like this season is like the first time they won their first Super Bowl. New England Patriots were up 14-3 against the St. Louis Rams at halftime. They went up 17-3. And then finally, the Rams came to start scoring, tied the game in the fourth quarter, but it was only at the very end. The very end, their place kicker was ready to go with
Hmm.
a couple of seconds left, and the kicker went and scored, kicked the winning field goal for the win.
You
That's
know,
exactly what's gonna happen.
we've seen a lot of close Super Bowls. Field goals 1 yard away from touchdown or whatever the case may be.
Hmm.
I think this is going to give us something to sit the back and watch all 4 quarters. This is not going to be a blowout game. I don't think so. Um, and and it could be a low scoring game, but if it's going to be a low scoring game, I think it's going to be interesting because not like when the Patriots beat the Rams 13-3. That was a very boring Super Bowl.
Yeah,
But this
yeah.
one I think is going to be different because yeah, these two defenses, man, is so prolific at this point in the season. Golly, man. And for the Patriots to be playing in their 12th Super Bowl, they were irrelevant back in the 70s and 80s. And
Hmm.
now all of a sudden they're, going to their 12th Super Bowl, playing a team for the second time in the Seahawks. And they got multiple teams that they played, like that.
And,
Golly. I
and
mean,
and you got to understand this too. Is like you look at the organization, you have to look at the owner, and he did what he had to do. Which,
mhm.
by the way, got shafted for not making it to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
I
that was
mean, that's crazy talk, right? I mean,
wrong.
then again, you can also talk about Bill Belichick not making it, and what's going to happen next year when Tom Brady is going to be eligible for the Hall of Fame, and he's going to get shafted too. I'm gonna say no. That's a different story. But remember, Tom Brady not only won it for New England, but he went over to Tampa Bay and won one.
Yeah, yeah, he did.
So, but besides the point,
But
I
look,
think this is going to break out Sam Darnold and the whole entire Patriots because no one expected the New England Patriots to make it to the Super Bowl this year.
no, they didn't. Maybe get close, but not win, not get there. And
No.
to finally see this team do it, in the style that they did it, I should
Hmm.
say, without Brady and Belichick is amazing because they've done it without Belichick and Brady before, but not in this type of fashion. You
No.
see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because they did go to the Super Bowl back in '85, and when they got crushed by the Bears defense. Okay, so
Hmm.
here we go again. The Seahawks defense is not, not no chumps here. So this Patriots team's got to be careful. But look, I give the flowers where flowers are due. I mean, Drake Maye, man, he was a great in college, North Carolina.
Yeah,
Okay.
North Carolina, they all right.
But
Yeah,
he
ACC.
was good. He was good to me.
Yeah.
Okay, you're talking about ACC Player of the Year, ACC Rookie of the Year. So you doing what you're supposed to be doing. I know
Hmm.
the team is not doing it, but you are doing something. And
Hey,
so,
he's listening to the best offensive coordinator in the game.
yes.
All
Hmm.
right. So he's in good hands. And I'm not trying to say all state, but
Right.
but yeah, I'm liking it, man. And again, like either or, like I have to pick a team. Um, I'm not a fan of neither of them, but at the same time, they're well deserving. I wish that the weather didn't play out the way it did in Denver, but you're supposed to play whatever conditions is given to you because that's
Exactly.
the game of football, right?
Exactly. Hmm.
So you got to go old school, play Army, Army and
Yeah.
Navy game, and just
Play it
run the
smart.
ball,
Play it
right?
smart. Yep. Hmm.
And I know that the Denver is kicking their own ass for not taking the points instead of going for a fourth down, and that should be able to lesson learned for all those other coaches. Take the points.
And see,
You never know.
to add to that, should have been taking the points before the snowstorm hit the second half. Because the
Yeah,
second half, both teams could not kick a field goal to save their life,
it
even if
was
they were in front of it.
predicted that was going to snow in the second half,
Exactly.
and
So
it
that's
did.
why the first
Right.
half you gotta take your points because the second half you can't do you could have left the kicker by himself and he wasn't going to kick that field
But
goal.
what if the plan was go ahead and score that touchdown if they could have, right? And then maybe Denver would have won. And then we'll be talking about, Denver's coach was awesome, very smart about it. So it's like You win or you lose. It doesn't matter.
That's it.
People are
Yeah.
always going to critique. So, but
Hmm.
anyhow, you're going for Seattle Seahawks.
Yep.
I'm going for New England Patriots, and it's going to be interesting. I'm taking the points, but the biggest one I want to ask you is the over under.
I'm going
Will
under.
we have points greater than or less than 40 points? What do you think?
I think we're going to go under.
You think so?
Yeah. It'll be close, but I think we're going under.
Any other predictions you want to make? Oh, yeah, I'd say actually it's 45 and a half over under, but that's all right. 40, I round it off. Who cares?
45 and
Uh,
a half. Yeah, I'd definitely say under. I think it could
would
be
it be anything else you want to predict?
that if the Seattle Seahawks is down at the goal line, they're not going to throw the ball. They're going to run it.
All right, fair enough. I'm going to say whoever gets an interception and runs back for a touchdown, that team wins.
Nice.
And it's not going to happen twice. It's only once.
Because you think about it, the first time when they played the first time, it was 28-24. So it was 51 points in that game.
Right.
Hey, I think we got a whole different outlook here. You know, we don't have the Brady, we don't have the Wilsons. You know, I think we got a defensive matchup here. So I think a 23-20 kind of game, keep it under 45 and a half. I think that could be something like that. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And it's crazy to say that I've been alive and I've seen all 12 Super Bowls the Patriots played in. That is, I don't know if that makes me feel old or just lucky that it was in an era.
I'm the same boat as you. I've seen all New England Patriots Super Bowls.
Yeah, I know. It's just
Super Bowl 20 was their first one.
And they got demolished.
Talking about Super Bowls. I mean, look, the Seattle Seahawks going to their fourth Super Bowl.
Yep.
They lost to the Steelers 21-10 in Super Bowl 40. I think, 40. Then they went back to 48, beat the brakes out of the Broncos 43-8. And then they lost to the Patriots 28-24. And instead of running the ball,
exactly.
And guess who was the quarterback?
Russell
Wilson. That's right.
They could have been back-to-back champs.
Yeah. But hey, that's what they played for. So
that's it, yeah.
Yeah, but for the Patriots, hey, they started off losing their first 2 Super Bowl appearances, and then they started getting that winning streak until they met the Giants. So 2 more losses to the Giants and the Eagles, and look at where they're at. I think they're what, 6-3?
No, who? The Patriots as an organization? They're 6-5. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So is that the most, or was it the Cowboys or Steelers?
No, the Patriots are the most going. This is their 12th Super
Bowl.
Most
appearance in Super Bowl history.
Yes. And they're tied with the Steelers.
6 wins. With
6. Right.
So if they win, that means they're overall 7 wins.
7 by themselves, yes. Putting the Steelers at number 2 by themselves. The Cowboys and the 49ers are still stuck at 5.
Right.
And then the Giants and the Chiefs.
Well, we know that the Cowboys are going to stuck with 5 like forever. So, yeah.
And it's what's funny about that real quick? How Cowboy fans make fun of the 49ers for losing the last 3 Super Bowls they've been in, but at least they're getting there. What is the Cowboys doing? They're not even trying to get to the NFC Championship.
Wasn't the 49ers beat the Cowboys in one of these playoffs? So, yeah.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
And look, they're always going to cry about something. Let it. I already know that they're going to go to the Super Bowl next year. The New York Giants are going to take first place of the NFC East division next year. We're taking it by storm.
We should.
And they will.
You're putting the pieces in the right place at the right time, when you start with the coaching staff.
Charles Nagy better do something for that offense. I'm telling you right now. He a scrub. I didn't like that pick, but, I mean, we'll see. Harbaugh has something on him, so let's see. Let's trust his judgment for a while. But in this case, thank you for tuning in to the All 4 Downs podcast. Enjoying the Super Bowl. I'm going to enjoy Bad Bunny and the halftime show. Of course, it's tradition to see the whole thing anyway.
It's the commercials.
Kick it back.
Yeah.
Let me see which funny commercials out there. So tune in to the 4downs3counts.com and I'll definitely blog about my favorite commercial. I don't know if there's anyone that's better than Doritos, but we'll see. Before I go, my favorite commercial of Doritos is the guy with the chip and his wife is checking the baby and he's moving the Dorito left and right and the baby's moving and then he throws it. And that's how the baby is born.
I liked the time machine one.
Oh, damn. I got two favorites. I don't know who's better than. Oh man, that's a good one.
But they even went a nasty route though. You remember
Which
the
one?
The one
Which one?
they stick the finger in the hole and the guys on the other side lick it.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
That's what I'm saying. The Doritos with a little.
The Doritos know what they doing. Yo.
They got us looking at it. That's what they got us doing.
Take care, everyone. Enjoy the Super Bowl.